2022. And we're back tonight. We didn't want to have to do another update, but we got some new information that you guys need to know. So we're doing a very short update. We will try to do this in under 15 minutes. So this is going to be a stretch for me because Adrian said I'm known for being long-winded. So anyway, Hal Turner is breaking another news article. I have confirmed this information with other articles around the world. Breaking news: Russia sends amphibious assault fleet or ships into the Baltic Sea toward Sweden, and the ships are loaded with troops, tanks, and equipment. So what you're looking at, this is a map of the area. This is the Gulf of, I can't pronounce it, Botham, the Åland Islands, the Gulf of Finland here. Finland is right here. Sweden is right here. So these are the two countries that NATO wanted to join. They said that they could join any time, and now Russia is making its presence known in the Baltic Sea. They're sending 3 large assault ships loaded with tanks off the coast of Sweden. Now, this is Gotland Island right here. So Sweden is putting troops in Gotland Island right now. There is troops on the street, tanks in the street, and Russia's amphibious fleet is sailing up from down here from Kaliningrad. They're sailing toward this island here. So Sweden has put their military on high alert, and we're going to read about that just in a few minutes. Just 3 days after Sweden let it be known that they were thinking of asking to join NATO, Russia has sent an amphibious assault fleet into the Baltic Sea near Sweden. And get this, the ships are loaded with landing craft, armor, and troops. Russia's North Fleet amphibious group in the Baltic consists of Ropuchus class vessels. And I cannot pronounce these vessels, folks. I'm just going to kind of skip that. There's one. Here's another name of the vessel. And Ivan Grin class. Here's another one. This is in Russian. I'm not even going to try to tackle that name. So these are photos from Sweden. These photos were taken today of these 3 assault ships. They're looks like pretty big ships. This is 012 assault ship. Okay, this is 016, another assault ship heading towards Sweden right now. And here is the last one, 017. So let me read a little bit. President Vladimir Putin said recently any other nations that move to join NATO would be dealt with immediately to protect Russia's security. After Putin's remarks, NATO Jens Stoltenberg laughingly made the smart-ass remark, hey, guess what? The decision to admit Ukraine into NATO has already been made, and if Sweden wants to join, well, that can be done very quickly. Now, there's a large number of amphibious landing ships near Sweden at a time when 100,000 troops are massed on the Ukraine border, and Russia's leadership has declared that its patience has finally run out. In response to these loaded amphibious landing ships off their coast, Sweden has made an emergency deployment of troops. Military troops are now driving on the E4 road north of Stockholm. So this is footage coming in from Sweden now, rushing military equipment to the border. They have put their military on high alert because of these Russian warships. Some troops have also been airlifted to Gotland Island, where locals are stunned to see armored military vehicles and armed soldiers patrolling the streets. Also, the United States is starting to airlift supplies and military weapons to Sweden right now. I'm going to show you the flight tracker showing you these heavy airlift weapons now coming into Sweden from NATO. Armored vehicles are now deployed on the streets of Gotland Island. So this is a picture of the tanks. There are at least 3 tanks right here in the picture. This is on Gotland Island, and these are some more pictures of tanks now they are putting on the island. Reading more into it, Gotland is a strategic point because it would allow Russia to control the Baltic Sea, and it would help isolating the Baltic countries. NATO has feared an attack on the Seawalkie Gap For this same exact reason, an offensive could be launched from Kaliningrad. A top military chief in Sweden said on Friday that there is increased Russian activity in the Baltic Sea, which deviates from normal picture, leading the Scandinavian nation to raise its level of preparedness. Receiving reports now of an explosion at a power station in Kolbäck, Sweden, west of Stockholm. Authorities are already saying this is sabotage. So there are reports now that somebody has blown up one of the power stations in Sweden. So this war might have already started, folks. This is just fresh information coming in. Update is 6:31 p.m. Aircraft from the Strategic Air Command Heavy Lift Air Wing is now landing on Gotland Island. So here's the flight tracking software. These are the planes that are coming in, landing, and leaving this island, folks. So NATO is reinforcing Gotland Island off of Sweden right now, preparing for a Russian invasion or a Russian attack. This is all going on right now. So I wanted to bring you this article. So let's go ahead and confirm Hal Turner's article with some more articles, folks, since a lot of you guys think Hal Turner is fake news. So let's go ahead and confirm that. Sweden boasts patrols on Gotland Island amid Russian tensions. This is from actually January the 13th. So let me read you a little bit about this. Sometimes it takes a day to get the news out. This is a picture of Swedish soldiers now patrolling the harbor in Gotland Island. Soldiers from Gotland's regiment patrol Visby Harbor amid increased tensions between NATO and Russia over Ukraine on the Swedish island of Gotland, Sweden, January the 13th, 2022. Sweden's military said on Thursday it was ramping up its visible activities on the Baltic Sea island of Gotland amid increased tensions between NATO and Russia and a recent deployment of Russian landing craft in the Baltic Sea. Moscow has spooked the West by massing troops near Ukraine, sparking fears that it is considering invading. Moscow denies such any plans, saying it can deploy forces on its territory however it chooses. Gotland is Sweden's biggest island and is strategically important and lies around 330 kilometers or 205 miles from Kaliningrad, the headquarters of Russian Baltic Fleet. In 2019, Sweden deployed an updated ground-to-air missile defense system on the island. So let's go to another article. This is from AP News. AP News is a well-known news agency. Swedes step up military contingency over Russian activity. A top military chief in Sweden said on Friday that there is an increased activity in the Baltic Sea which deviates from the normal picture, leading the Scandinavian nation's military to raise its preparedness. I'm just skipping through these very quickly, folks. We also have some breaking news coming in from TASS, Russian news agency. SNAP combat readiness checks kick off in the Eastern Military District. It was specified that during the inspection, the military units of the Eastern Military District would be brought to a higher degree of readiness. I'm not going to read all these articles. We're just going to read you the headlines. This is coming in from RT Television. Russia orders SNAP inspection of troops' readiness for rapid deployment. A series of drills has been initiated amid freezing temperatures. Troops in the Russian Far East have begun winter inspections, according to a statement by the country's Ministry of Defense, as Moscow holds talks with NATO about de-escalating tensions. Officials announced on Friday that forces stationed in the Eastern Military District, which covers a vast swath of land from Siberia to to the Sea of Japan, were undertaking inspections and exercises intended to ensure their military readiness. So let's keep on going. Russian submarine with 160 nukes on board surfaces off the U.S. coast. Russian nuclear submarine of the Boreal project, which carries 16 Bulava ballistic missiles on board, unexpectedly appeared off the coast of the United States, having caused serious concerns in Washington. Each of these missiles in service with a submarine is capable of carrying up to 10 nuclear warheads. This created an extremely serious danger for the United States, given that the U.S. military has been not able to track the Russian nuclear submarine. According to NetEast publications, Russian nuclear submarine of the Boreal class, according to other sources, it was an Akula project submarine, approached the United States coastline unnoticed. It was possible to establish the whereabouts of the nuclear submarine with up to 160 nuclear warheads on board after the sub started going back to the base. A submarine of this class is capable of destroying most of the territory of the United States of America in just minutes. So one Russian sub, folks, can pretty much decimate our whole country with nuclear missiles. So this is what has been happening in the last 12 hours. Russia redeploys military hardware and personnel to the western border. Russia may increase the strength of its army on the western border to up to 500,000 soldiers. So Russia's not messing around, folks. Russia is going all in. They're not messing around. They're putting everything in but the kitchen sink right now. For the time being, Russia has deployed as many as 100,000 troops and thousands of units of military hardware on the border with Ukraine. Many videos showing the transportation of military equipment from the eastern part of Russia toward the western borders have appeared on the internet recently. It appears that Russia is putting its troops on high alert against the background of a very high risk of provocations on the part of NATO. Given the scale of the transfer of military hardware, it appears that Russia is taking efforts to build up the troops on its western border to 500,000. Most of the Russian troops will thus be deployed in the western regions of the country. So I will be leaving all of these articles in the description box so you guys can go back and look at the articles. Now, we reported on this earlier today that Russia deploys fighter jets and bombers to Kaliningrad. Now, let me show you the map here. So this is Kaliningrad right here, the red area. This is Lithuania. Latvia is here. Estonia is here. This is Sweden up here. And this is Gotland Island right here. Do you see how close that is? So Russia now is sending ships, follow my finger, all the way up into the Baltic Sea near Gotland Island. United States military and NATO is airlifting supplies right now to this island to counter a Russian invasion or a Russian attack. This is Sweden right here. If you go up a little bit higher, Finland is on the other side. We have Denmark, we have Germany right here. Poland is right below Lithuania. And then we have Belarus over here, which is behind Kaliningrad. Kaliningrad is a Russian territory. So this is where Russia now has put fighter bombers and fighter aircraft on the runways now. There are many, many fighter aircraft just on this one runway. And as you scroll down here, these are all the heavy nuclear bombers. There's hardly anywhere to park. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And there's 2 here, 15, 16. They have 16 Tu-160 bombers, which can carry a very heavy load of nuclear missiles, hypersonic missiles, and smart bombs, folks. So Russia's not messing around. They are very serious with everything that is going on right now. So we're going to go ahead and get off. I'm going to leave you the link one more time. Please go to Hal Turner Show. He is on right now. I just left you the link. I'm going to leave it one more time. This is the link to Hal Turner Show. He is doing a radio program right now on Russia you might want to listen to. I'm going to leave it one more time. The chat's still going very fast. So this is the Hal Turner link right there. If you want to click on that, you can listen to Hal Turner Live. So God bless you. We want to thank everyone for sharing our videos out. Please remember, Jesus loves you. He's coming back, folks. Don't be caught dead without him. Bye-bye.